Hello, and welcome to this episode of The Arctic Dungeon. Today, I thought we might talk about the elephant in the room. Yes, I am totally talking about that new opening I have for my videos. Isn't it awesome? No. Actually, I'm talking about, what I'm going to talk about today is unpainted minis. That is the elephant in the room. As you might be aware, if you are a dungeon master yourself, you might have an abundance of unpainted minis. I have a bit. And I haven't even been DMing for a year. I started in January. So, I want to talk more about unpainted minis. Now, usually, I'm going to put this back down. Usually, I try to spend $2 or less, which is Professor Dungeon Master's rule when buying unpainted minis. And I can get away with that when I'm buying board games that come with little miniatures that easily can be used for Dungeons and Dragons. That is how I get an abundance of army characters. Also, when a craft store in North Pole, Alaska was going out of business, Ben Franklin, I miss you already, great place to buy paint. When that went out of business, I was able to buy Warcraft characters or miniatures for about that price. They might have been like $2.50 a piece for the smaller packages, and then for the gigantic piece, it was like 70 cents a piece. And that was a steal, so I had to buy that. And I have not put that together yet. Shoot me. Now, that brings me to this. Mystic Wylds. Now, I'm not sure how much this is off the top of my head, but I can guarantee it is not $2 a piece. Inside here is a box of 10 minis for Dungeons and Dragons or Pathfinder, and they are supposed to be unique, 3D printed or resin, I can't remember which. They're supposed to be uniquely designed miniatures for your Dungeons and Dragons game. Now, you can hear Kayla walking in the background. She's a cute dog, what can I say? Now, I do have to say that they are unpainted. I will throw a link in the description below. But this is my review of Mystic Wylds' new subscription package for unpainted 3D miniatures. And I just got this today, by the way. Alright, let's dig in. I do have to say that I did have to pay extra for shipping, which I live in Alaska, so go figure. But I think that they charged that shipping fee for everybody. So let's see if the extra shipping survived the wonderful Alaskan mail system. Okay, so if you're interested in getting this, with shipping and everything, and for the 10 little figures, let's see, do you see? This is how much it costs. So the big 4-0, almost. Let's see if it's worth it. So it comes with a lot of bubble wrap. So it seems like every couple of pieces is wrapped in bubble wrap. My kids are gonna love that. They love popping bubble wrap. I don't know why. And the bubble wrap easily comes off with the tape. And then each piece beyond that seems to be wrapped in this nice little packaging. So underneath the bubble wrap is this. So it seems like there is 2 minis. So there's 2 minis, it seems like, in each package. Let's see if all that extra padding helped survive the pieces. So, if these are 3D printed, they're done extremely well. Let me knock down the light. There you go. You can see a little bit better instead of the glaring light. So that's one. Looks like a sorceress of some type. So any sorceress or female wizard definitely could use as that. We'll definitely probably be using this guy in an adventure soon. Again, another highly detailed. I want to say by the coloring, these are definitely 3D printed because they're the gray color. But these are so detailed. I can definitely be using him for the end of the Green World campaign. Just fantastic. Another detailed mini, just fantastic, just super fantastic. Super fantastic, nice detail. Not sure when I'm going to use it, but I have it just in case. I think I just came across my first broken mini of the night. So I'm not sure if this was supposed to come as 2 pieces. I'm not sure. It doesn't bother me. I got glue. I can put this on. I do like how the base has Mystic Wylds. So great way to advertise themselves. Kind of makes me want more of these bases. I could always use more bases, especially with my townspeople. I haven't based all of them because I just don't have bases, and I live in Alaska, and it's very difficult to get bases I don't want to buy from Amazon. Anyhow, this is my fourth mini of this deal, and I'm gonna change camera angles, so just bear with me. Look at that. Another noble person looks like on here. Nah, that's not a noble person. Huh. Looks like a tiefling. Oh, look at that up close. Very interesting. So, like promised, these are uniquely designed miniatures. Isn't that a barbarian ever saw one? Here's another one that I got a base. Oh, look at that. Ooh. There we go, 10 minis right there. And I just unfolded it. And this seems to be a little fragment in an egg. Hopefully this is good. So like promised, here is the glamour shots. As you can see, Mystic Wylds. Got a couple I gotta glue together. Now, that being said, after seeing all of the characters, all the minis, now I do gotta wonder, or think about, is it worth the price? There's some things that I gotta factor in. If you're a follower of this channel, you do know that I love another subscription box, Dungeon in a Box. I think it's fantastic. I love it, and exciting things about Dungeon in a Box coming to this channel soon. We also know that I love pre-painted minis, but unpainted minis do not bother me. Like I said, I have a bunch of unpainted minis that one day I will need to paint, but that is not today, or tomorrow, or this weekend, or the following weekend, maybe not even this year. And the price is pretty steep, for 40 bucks. That includes 10 figures shipped up to Alaska. And then that's another issue, is what is available here in Alaska. If you're out in the village, in the bush, this is perfect, because you don't have access to a game store. But in that same regard, Dungeon in a Box is perfect for you too, because you get a whole campaign. And I need to I need to think about just Mystic Worlds miniature subscription. It gives you access to 10 minis a month, and you can do smaller packages. You can do the 10, which is what I chose for this month, the 8, 6, 4, and I think the 2. I think the only reason why I got the 10 was just to see what it was like, and I also think that there was supposed to be a free mini that I did not get. Which is kind of a bummer, actually. Now that I think about it, that would have made the price a little more favorable. Now, I wouldn't have access to these minis without paying a subscription to the STL files or purchasing the STL files and then having access to a 3D printer. I don't have one yet, so this wasn't that bad. And these are really high quality, so I'm not quite sure that I would be able to do such a thing. Anyways, a player in my Greenwold campaign did print his own mini, and his didn't have nearly as high detail as the minis that I just unboxed. That being said, I don't know how old his 3D printer was, so maybe me buying a 3D printer next month would be able to put out the same quality as I just saw today. I have no guarantee of that. Absolutely none. Those minis were fantastic. High detail, very high quality, just absolutely fantastic. So I guess what I would say is that $40 is a decent price for the quality that you're getting. I'd say that and for living in Alaska, that's a great price. Some of the drawbacks is that it is steep, and the situation that I was in when I purchased this is different from the situation that I'm in right now. Since purchasing this, a lot of things have happened that has required me to take time off work to take care of my family. And so, will I be getting this again? No, not since I will be taking quite a bit more time off because of my wife's car accident. I don't think that I will be getting the next month's Mystic World. Now, month 2 might be fantastic, and I don't want my personal issues to discourage you from getting this. I think it is worth the money if you have the money to spend. It's worth it. So that's my 2 cents. If you got the money, it is worth it. If you don't have the money, I would not get it. Because $40 a month is kind of steep. So it is something to kind of budget. And unfortunately, I do not foresee me getting box number 2. So, Mystic Worlds, fantastic job on your printing. Great minis. I can see at least one that I would be using sometime soon. And do I like having to put some of them together? I don't mind gluing the figures to the bases. I don't mind that at all. What I don't like too much is the burr, the canoe. I think is what they're called. Gluing that to the base and also the hands together. I think I have to do some clipping before I glue anything together, and I'm not a huge fan of that. Hence why I have like over 100 Warhammer characters that need to get glued. You know, at least with Rune Wars, putting those together, they were fairly simple. Now you want me to do the same thing with this 3D printed with no instructions? It kind of has me. But the detail is fantastic. I can't get over that enough. So, great job, Mystic Worlds. If you ever come across this video, you have my seal of approval. I am the Arctic Dungeon Master in the middle of nowhere, Alaska, saying, if you got the 40 bucks, this is worth it. And that's about all I can say. If you guys like this video, go ahead and like it, share it with your friends, comment if you think I'm retarded for enjoying these minis. And if you yourself have a 3D printer and you can print out such high quality minis, let me know. I'm really interested in that technology, and I'm kind of too scared to get it myself.